Hi friends, I'm Prairie Vintage Jewelry. My name is Linda and I am an energy intuitive reader here on YouTube. I use the tarot and messages from spirit to communicate energies as they sit to you, the viewer. Today's reading is by request and it is taking a look at what is holding them back. Okay, so the person on your mind, if they feel like if you feel like they are resisting in some sort of capacity or holding back. I know a lot of my followers, subscribers are intuitive souls, so potentially what we're witnessing is not matching what it is that we're feeling in the situation. So we'll take a look at what is holding them back, and we'll take a look at your person at first to kind of gauge if it sounds like your person. Then we'll be taking a look at present energies as far as what we're seeing, and then the subconscious as far as what is actually going on in there and holding your person back. And then we'll take a look at future energies as far as if things will shift. And yeah, so take a look at these three options to choose from. If you're new to pick a cards, the timestamp for the options will be in the description box below or in the pinned comment. Pile number 1, from left to right, we have the Murder of Crows Tarot deck. All right, this is for pile number 1. And I picked all three of my very favorite decks of all time. So this is going to be a tough one. I love these three and I have a lot of decks, but these are my three favorites. We got Healing Light Tarot. Okay. And we have the Phoenix Pinter Tarot. All right, so feel free to pause this video to kind of just maybe concentrate on these decks and then pick whichever one you're drawn to. It is a-okay to be drawn to multiple piles. In fact, their energy does bleed through, so there might be multiple messages for you. And because this is a collective reading, if the message in that pile is not resonating, then just leave that behind. Okay, so pause the video and I will see you at your timestamp. Hello, my fabulous pile number 1. If you pick the Murder of Crows Tarot, then this will be your reading. All right, so we're going to be taking a look at your person, the person on your mind, and why they are holding back or resisting in some sort of capacity. Okay, so like I was stating in the intro, potentially you just feel like your person is holding back in some sort of way. So we'll look at present energies as far as what you're seeing. And then we'll take a look at subconscious energies as far as why they're holding back subconsciously. So this could be something that they're well aware of or not quite aware of that's driving their actions. And then we'll take a look at future to see if things shift in future. But first we will take a look at your person just to gauge to see if this is your pile. Okay, so no shame in going to a different pile if this does not sound like your person. It is a-okay to go to another pile. Okay, so don't feel obligated to listen to the whole thing to see if it resonates. We'll ask Spirit for a clear and concise message for pile number 1. Describing their person, the situation, something that's going to let them know that this is indeed their pile. So please be clear, please be concise, and please do not let my experiences cloud my judgment. I can't say that sentence for the life of me, and I feel I'm always like fearing that I'm instilling some sort of judgment. And I think what trips me up is the fact that in order to communicate from spirit, one must obviously have the ability to go there mentally and spiritually. So if I can go there mentally and spiritually, I do not want to contaminate any of my readings with my experiences. And I sure hope I do not do that. So maybe I'm tripping myself up, but I'll ask Spirit, please, to help protect me and protect pile number 1 as I communicate this message. What is holding back the person in pile number 1's mind? What is holding that person back? But first, let's get clear on who this is and what is going on for pile number 1. All right. So give me a minute to just pull the cards. We'll pull the tarot, one card here for your person, and then a couple of oracle cards for that. All right, so I'm feeling this one for your person. And I'm just going to shimmy this over a little, give us a bit more room. Okay. Let's pull one of these. All right, let's actually flip this while you don't wait and get bored. Okay, so we got the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. And then we got the Vessel. And we'll pull one of these as well. Got the Horse. All right, and I'm going to not flip these yet, because what we're going to do is take a look at present, future, and subconscious energy. So we're going to do future. And one more for future energy spirits. I am feeling that one. All right. Present energies here as far as what's going on. How's this person acting? How are they resisting? All right, so we got one. Three more spirits. Two. 3 and 4. Okay, and then subconscious. What's going on in the subconscious? Why is this person holding back, resisting, not moving forward? Why are they fighting? All right. Oh, one more actually. Spare me. One more card, please. Please clarify subconscious for me. One more card. All right. Now, we won't flip these just yet, because what I want to do is zone in on this person's energy so that you know whether this is your person or not. And then we can get into why they're holding back or resisting or fighting the connection with you. Okay. Thank you, by the way, to the viewer, subscriber who has recommended this reading. All right. So your person is... I feel as though your person on a grand scale, if you take a look at when you first met your person, is actually not still, okay? Your person has been moving. That's the first thing. So if your person has not moved at all since you've met your person, then this is not your pile, okay? But this person's moving. Now, the reason why maybe this is so frustrating is because this person is moving like molasses. This is like the slowest moving knight, and it is a very, 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 very slow. Okay. Positive aspect is that this knight is moving forward. This knight is dedicated. Okay. This knight, I've never noticed the 3 crows here in this card, but what I'm taking is that this knight has a lot of, could be people, very busy. People in his ear, they're extremely busy. They have other circumstances going on. Their environment isn't conducive to how they're trying to grow as an individual. So it's holding them back in some sort of capacity. But your person is moving forward. Okay, so you might be in a lull where maybe your person hasn't stepped in a bit because they are maybe hesitant, which we'll see. But there has been movement. Okay, so if you take a look at when you met your person as to where you're at right now in this connection, as far as their actions and how they're opening up or communicating to you, okay? So not necessarily that maybe you guys were together and now you're apart, so therefore they're going backwards. More so take a look at that person specifically when it comes to them and their actions towards the connection. Have they shown any forward movement, forward progress, okay? So that would be key to knowing your person. Also, heavy earth energy, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, that could be a sign, okay? And I feel like this person is fairly distracted. So if your person seems distracted when you talk to them, or like they're kind of always constantly either paying attention or prioritizing other things, this person could certainly be doing some of that, okay? But this person is coming up as this Page of Pentacles, which is very dedicated. This is the most dedicated knight because this knight, although moving slow, it needs to get through battle. It needs to get through the clearing. and it needs to deliver a very important message from the king, right? Like that's kind of the analogy where this knight doesn't stop and change his mind and go back. Like this knight finishes the task. So that is, I'm already seeing this person's intention, okay? That to me is very clear, which is pretty awesome. Now with the vessel card here, what I'm really taking is this person is certainly trying to, I see heavy control, okay? This person probably is used to control, wants to control the situation, is not sure what they're feeling, so they're trying to fit this into some sort of, well, this is called the vessel, or some sort of containment, so that they're able to control all of their emotions, feelings, everything. Because I feel like this is beyond just their emotions. I feel like this is like a very deep spiritual connection, okay? With this light here and this like blast, like this is like intense light and spiritual energy and vibration that I feel like your person is kind of not able to shield themselves from, but they're trying to contain themselves in such a way that they don't get engulfed in this, you know, in a spiritual connection, or like taken away, or just completely lose control of themselves in this energy, okay? So therefore they're kind of in this protective mode. Now I can't help but notice like this body here is naked, coming out of this vessel, or this bowl. Looks like a bowl of tomato cheese soup, but anyway, point being, there's this vulnerability, okay, that your person is feeling. They're feeling like they are exposed on one hand, and it makes them feel kind of uncomfortable, okay? And so although they are feeling as though they're coming exposed, they're covering themselves up. So what the feeling here that I'm getting is that they're not stepping. Again, I'm getting that heavy from spirit. It's not like they're not moving, but I feel there is this resistance in some sort of way, because they're not just coming completely in the nude in this analogy. Here I am, you know, full birthing suit. They're coming forward in the nude, but completely like covering their body. Like, don't look at me, I'm hideous, right? Like that sort of a feeling I'm getting. Or just like, here I am and I'm very nervous, like don't stare too long, but I'm doing it anyway, even though I'm very uncomfortable. Okay, that's totally the feeling that I'm getting from your person. Super uncomfortable, they're doing it anyway. They feel like this is a lot, okay? Even though you might be feeling like there's no movement, what's going on? This person feels like they're almost all the way out of the bowl, okay? All their private parts are pretty much almost showing, despite them, you know, using their hands to cover it up. I feel like if a person feels like they're very vulnerable right now, okay? But they're still in the vessel, and that's the whole point. They like want to be able to pop down, you know, control the situation whenever they need to do that. And this like light here is just like everywhere. Like there's no escaping this light, okay? Despite how controlled they want to be, or there's no hiding in an open bowl. But maybe this is a lesson, or some sort of spiritual lesson that they're having to learn or experience, that they need to experience. But that's kind of what's going on here. Now with the horse, this horse is, when I see the horse, it's like very spiritual for me, okay? Because the horse is magical, and the horse speaks of this psychic ability with the third eye. And horses are always in tune with feelings, you know? Like, I've never owned a horse, but I've seen a few documentaries about horses, I think, or programs where, you know, there's people who are like diehard horse fans because of the fact that they have a strong, deep bond with a horse. And I mean, the horse doesn't speak their language, but the horse is so in tune with those humans that the horse knows when these people are feeling sad or happy, and they feel like they're extending love to their people for being there. And people are also in tune when the horse is feeling sad or depressed. And I feel like the horse is just like one big empath, and also very spiritual and psychic, okay? This is also confirming to me earth energy again, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. So that could be prominent in either your person's chart, okay? So either sun, moon, or rising, or yours. And what I'm really feeling here with what this is telling me about your person is that I feel like your person is not giving you a whole hell of a lot when it comes to communication. I feel like you're constantly thinking about your person because your person's constantly thinking about you. And this might make things a little bit challenging because you're not quite sure why you're constantly in a state of thinking about your person. And this is spirit telling you that this person on your mind and this connection is really sending you a vibrational frequency because they have you on their mind, and when they do that, it kind of triggers you into feeling and thinking about your person. So it's kind of like this cycle, right? Also, that your person knows that this is much more than just a connection of sorts, and that there is something spiritual and something very magical about this connection. Okay. And also the horse speaks of freedom, and can't help but notice, obviously, the knight's on a horse as well. I feel like your person really, really honors their freedom, and your person is a free soul. I feel they're a free spirit, and they like control. But when I say control, they like to control themselves, okay? They like control over their situations, and they like to be able to control their freedom, right? So as this horse is poised and looking and intently, like really thinking intently and magical, the horse still has the ability to go run off and do horse type stuff, right? And this is the sense of freedom that I feel your person really wants to do. So I'm seeing multiple things going on here, some sort of distraction or people in your person's life right now that's kind of maybe holding them back in some sort of way, or at least distracting them. And your person is also not prioritizing proper, okay, situation, circumstances. Your person's enjoying freedom and wants the control and the ability to veer off and ride away if they want to. However, like I talked about, the Knight of Pentacles isn't all of a sudden going to say, screw this task. The king's on his own. I'm going to go deliver this magical scroll to the enemy, right? Like this King of Pentacles is going to keep going till they deliver the scroll or whatever. I don't know if that was a good analogy, but you get my point. He's going to state a task. So although there's a knowing, there's also this sense of wanting to be able to veer off, if that, and not veer off because all of a sudden they get cold feet and don't like you, or decide all of a sudden this isn't for them. I feel like there's a knowing that this is definitely their calling, you're their person. I really feel this, okay? With these 3 cards alone, we haven't even touched this, and I'm already like, what the heck? But what I am sensing is that deeply rooted in this person's idea of who they are, okay, who they're born to be, is a free-spirited soul, okay? You don't just ditch that overnight. And not that they have to ditch it. It still needs to be a part of them. They need to incorporate what this looks like, what this connection specifically, looks like in their life, with their other priorities, with everything they have going on, okay? They need to be able to prioritize this. And right now they're learning this dance, and it's very uncomfortable because if they come fully naked, vulnerable, expressing how they feel and all this stuff, they're now left open, and then it's like they've lost the reins, and that's scary. So it's like this dance of all kind of pop out a little bit, still kind of guarded, and see what's going on. It could still pop back down, which might be experiencing this, right? You might still be saying, oh, my person's resisting, or why they're holding back is because you're experiencing popping out, a little bit of vulnerability, pop back in. But one thing that's constant is the fact that this connection is not really going anywhere. And they're knowing that it's something that they're going to have to overcome. But one thing that's awkward is the transition. How they move, what they say, how they're feeling about progressing is still a little unclear and a little muddled. Okay, so now we're going to take a look at present, which is the middle cards right here, as far as what you might be seeing here or what it is that's going on with them. So we have the 2 of Wands. Sorry, this looks like a big mess because everything's sliding, but you get the point. Okay, so 2 of Wands, the Sun card. Oh my goodness, the Sun card, you guys. The 7 of Cups, precisely. And the Ace of Cups, or the Page of Cups. Okay, which is pretty much almost like the Ace of Cups, okay? It's pretty much in line because you have the 1 cup here. So it's like your person. I was going to say him because I feel this is potentially a divine masculine that I'm feeling, but person wanting to extend the 1 Ace of Cup, having this emotional new beginning. But let's get into what this looks like to me. This looks like a person who's really, really deciding what they want for their future, okay? Two Wands is somebody having these options. Potentially there's other priorities here. There's stuff that they may be considering, or at least prioritizing which way they want to go, how they want to move forward in their future with this Two of Wands. Okay, now in this deck specifically, I only see one wand. And this is confirming to me there's no other place they're going to be leading to. So they might still want the control to make it appear as though there is this grand decision because they're controlling this way of going. And again, I do believe in free will, so it's not like they're having to make this choice, but I feel like in their soul, them knowing what this connection is, they would choose it. And I feel as though you potentially have already chosen this connection at some capacity. But there's this heavy frustration as to, well, you have free will to just go if you choose to as well, because this person is going to have to decide to either step forward or not. They can't just be kind of in, you know, in the state of, what's it called? Indecision, okay? So 2 is still about options and is about decisions. I only see one wand here. I also see with this guy here holding this little globe type thing, it's like looking at a distance. So I really feel as though you guys could potentially be very distant from each other. So that might pose an issue. Now, we have the Sun card, which talks about great joy, okay, and abundance. And like, this is birthing of life. It is absolutely beautiful, this card. And this also speaks about clarity, okay? So I feel like what your person is looking at is there's this clarity of knowing, and then there are all these options here with the 7 of Cups, okay? And the 7 of Cups talks about muddled thinking, too many options, maybe not having the best priorities, not knowing which one way to go or choose. And I feel like your person has probably been in this state, or is showing the state, like I'm clear one day, or I know what I want maybe one day, and then the next day there's all these choices and options and a little bit muddled. Okay, because this was like present energy, but I do feel like when I pull the Sun card, it like over lightens every other card in its vicinity. So I feel like there is this certainty about your person knowing. Whether or not they express it to you or not is another thing. But I feel like there is this certainty and there's this clarity that your person has knows, but again, not moving, right? They're still kind of popping out of the vessel. They're still standing there. It's like they're looking. They have the one wand. They're looking, certain, but there's no movement yet. But they know that they've been in clouded thoughts, and that there's been a ton of options, potentials, priorities, either which way. Their desire is to move forward, like this Page of Cups, to extend this 1 cup of love, okay? This is like the first real step of burying one's emotional, you know, the beginning, the stirrings of hearts, sharings, I guess, if you will, of love. So your person does want to come forward in their natural way of expressing to you how they want to move this forward. The Page is communication, and also it's at an infancy stage. Okay, so for them, this might be, although they know how they, well, I don't know if they know how they feel. I mean, they're clear on what it is that they're wanting. I don't know that they're 100% clear on how it is that they're feeling yet, okay? So now I'm seeing a little bit of a disconnect. And we'll see what your person is all about here, because maybe they're just in their thoughts. There's clarity, and I think clarity speaks more of using logic. Okay, using logic, and there's also this intuition and this knowing. But when it comes to feelings, I feel with the 7 of Cups, there's like heavy confusion, and there's like a bunch of options, and you know, they're like, I want to move forward here with this cup of love, but with all this stuff, it needs to get resolved. I need to resolve and really understand what all these emotions are. So again, back to the control is like they need to sort out all these other emotions going on before they can actually move forward, for them to feel like they're in control of sorts of how it is that they feel and how it is they want to move forward. But I don't know, hopefully, you know, they're watching this recording in some capacity and you send it to them, that sometimes you can't control your feelings, right? So to sort out all of this, I think is going to be soon realize that they're just going to have to take a leap of faith, okay, at some point. So we'll see if we see the Fool card in this future tarot, but there has to be a leap of faith and an understanding that, you know, they have these feelings despite an understanding of where it's come from, where it's going to lead, and all sorts of questions that they have, which are fairly valid. But I do see that they want to communicate this to you, and that's how they're feeling. Okay. And also, pages speak of they could quite be still young at heart when it comes to experiencing love in this capacity. Okay, so like, I mean, being in love, not necessarily love, but being in love in this capacity. So this is very, yeah, this is huge, okay? And I have a feeling that it's driving a lot of them feeling kind of a little bit awkward or out of place in how it is that they even go about communicating this. And for some of you guys, your person might be younger than you. And it's funny, you know, when I watch some readings, sometimes they say your person could be younger or older. Well, clearly your person's going to either be younger or older, but I feel in this case, if you're still trying to figure out if this is your pile, your person is younger than you in years, or your person is less experienced in relationships and in love. Now, this is a big type relationship connection, and I feel like it is for you as well. So even you could potentially be experiencing the I don't know what I'm doing, but even more so for this person, because I don't think this person has experienced this type of a soul love and has really been in love in this sort of capacity. Okay, so this is present energies that I'm kind of picking up here. Now we're going to take a look at subconsciously what's going on and see what we see. So, oh my goodness, we have the Lovers. You guys, you saw me shuffle like the Lovers. I got goosebumps. Oh my God, you guys, the Spirit always delivers. We got, sorry, I have to, yes. Thanks, spirits, for communicating to us clear, concise message. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. This is Judgment, okay? This is like the end of the road as far as it's showtime. Your person's got to shitter it off the pot, pardon my French, and make a decision here, okay? Their subconscious is coming to this knowing. There's a knowing, there's this realization, subconsciously, you're the one. The Lovers speaks of the one, okay? Not to speak of options, because there is free will, but being the one, like, this person needs to wake up to the fact that this is what's happening here. This is what they're being presented by, from Spirit, from the divine. Okay, this is a gift of love, and this is confirming soulmates, twin flame, the one, whatever you want to label it. This is the real deal. Okay, subconsciously, your person knows this. Okay, I feel like your person knows this already. All right. So let's keep going. Subconsciously, here we have the Page of Swords. Okay, so pages, again, speak of, like I said, it could be in the infant stage of realizations. And what I feel like, maybe this judgment and this knowing was always kind of there, but with this page, again, could definitely represent an Ace of Swords as well. It's some capacity, because this page has a knowing. This page is wants to be truthful, wants to come forward with truth, wants to communicate truth. And I feel like with Page of Swords, the Page of Swords isn't going to back down. The Page of Swords is going to fight for truth, no matter how painful. And the Page of Swords, I feel, is the Page of Swords, although they're coming from like not knowing type position, they're open to getting to the bottom of the truth. Okay, so yeah, I do see that kind of being in the middle of their subconscious. So I feel like there is this desire to follow the truth, this desire to communicate truth, this desire to cut through anything that is not serving their highest good when it comes to the truth, and accept the awakening here. Okay, I wasn't taking any reversals for this reading, because I feel like, one, I can sense if there's areas blocked. So what I am going to say is that although this awakening's in the subconscious, your person still hasn't completely embraced it and might still be kind of battling. Okay, battling as far as making that choice, even though they're, like I said, they already know, right? They already know, but some reason there's this, and again, the some reason is the control. And why you would want to be that much in control is because you're still living in your ego. And so I feel like your person needs to do the work and dropping some ego and understand that this isn't something that they're able to control in such a way that they're probably intending on doing or are used to doing. Okay, but again, they got to work on their own ego. Three of Cups, so such joy, celebration, coming together, unity. If you are apart from your person is wanting to come together. Now, I feel as though, I mean, the Three of Cups still could be expressing a third interference here with energy. We see those three birds again, right? So this thing could be very much your person's need for control, okay? This thing could very much be your person enjoying their freedom and not really and believing that this may somehow limit them or handicap them from their freedom. This could be the people that are around them that they're not wanting to step away from, prioritizing things differently because they're choosing to prioritize how they do because that's how they've done it. These are examples because, I mean, we have the collective. I can't narrow down exactly what it is, but truth be told, what this is saying is that there needs to be a way to come together despite this third interference. And it could very well be another person as well, like person as in like, you know, they could be involved with someone else, but you would know about it. I don't feel like this is like someone in the shadows, but there is this other energy, okay? Friends, situational setups, whatever, distance we were seeing here, some sort of fear, some sort of need for control, some sort of something or other that they are now thinking about how they're going to incorporate into coming together with you. Because I see the Three Cups, and two of those cups belong to you and your person. Okay, with the Lovers, they're holding a cup, you're holding a cup, you're coming together. This is reconciliation. If you're apart from your person, they're wanting to communicate to you. They want reconciliation, but they're also wanting to communicate clearly to themselves and be honest with themselves as to how am I going to bring all of this kind of together in order to be amicable and celebrate this, what I'm feeling for my person. Okay, so still Three of Cups, still no Ten of Cups, but this is kind of what's going on in their subconscious. They're trying to find a way to incorporate, again, this is that control, right? Control the situation, still bringing in whatever it is. And if this is an unhealthy attachment, how do I incorporate my unhealthy attachment into this situation? Okay, because they know that this situation, there's no avoiding it much longer. At some point in time, there's some clarity around knowing that they're going to have to move forward, but there's still a lot of muddled thinking. And maybe they want to, you know, move forward with bringing in this third energy without it really being fully resolved. And for some of you guys, I feel why this is because either you've pressured your person in some way, maybe not knowingly, but maybe you've threatened them in some sort of capacity, like I will leave. Maybe you have left. Maybe they feel like they're going to lose you. Maybe they're getting desperate. Maybe they understand this is the only way that they could move because they still haven't dropped their ego. So they feel like I'm still in control and I'm moving forward and at least I'm doing something. That's their truth to themselves, okay? Because truth is subjective. So when I said they want to move forward with truth, it's like, yeah, they want to move forward with their truth. And maybe their truth is I need to still hang on to my third party situation thing. Okay, whatever that thing is. I still need to be, I don't know, you know, running around free, partying with my friends, as an example. Okay, so now they want to have this connection and potentially control the situation in some sort of capacity, okay? Let's take a look at the last card here. So we have the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, funny that I brought that up. This is like my single card. This is someone wanting their independence, their freedom, being successful on their own. And it could very well be even a bachelor card. So this person, I mean, if this is your coming here about your divine feminine, maybe she wants to be single, or he, and hang out with friends, network, socialize, live this sort of lifestyle, but still incorporate this connection in some sort of way. But they haven't given in yet. And I feel it's because they feel like they're going to have to let go of independence, their way of life. Maybe they like to network and socialize a lot and they feel like that might be off the table. For some of you guys, they might even like to date a lot. I don't know, but that could be something. And this is what's kind of holding them back in some capacity, okay? So now let's take a look at future energy to see whether this resistance will go away or what's gonna kind of come about. Emperor. Oh my goodness, Emperor. Sorry, I'm totally kabombing these cards. Seven of Swords. And the Ten of Pentacles. Well, I'm going to tell you, if I didn't see the Ten of Pentacles, I would be very disappointed in your person here. Not very, but slightly. So Emperor is very much in charge. This is talking about the control your person has. I don't feel like your person is ever going to want to let go of their control, okay? But the positive of the Emperor is that the Emperor makes decisions that are fair and just and stands behind what it is that they feel to be true, okay? And I feel like what they feel to be true is this connection is definitely truthful. They're not cowarding out. They're stepping into their Emperor power. This is divine masculine, which is exactly what I was feeling. Your person is having an awakening. This is the judgment. They're becoming an Emperor, okay? And potentially, because this is future, they might potentially now be in their reverse Emperor, which is dealing with that ego. Emperor has a huge ego. When he's in reverse, he's kind of a stubborn boy. He is not really playing nice. He might be doing things selfishly for himself. With the Seven of Swords, that's exactly what that speaks of. I feel like your person, once they step into their divine masculine, they're going to have to take a look at how they've been in this connection with the Seven of Swords, which is very much selfish. And it's maybe even being sneaky and doing deceptive type things and really not being considerate of other people, okay, in order to get what it is that they want. That's what the Seven of Pentacles is. However, what I'm feeling, because this is in future position, that your person is able to control what it is that they want and be able to identify what it is that potentially they were acting Seven of Swords. Again, this could be many different things, right? Like I explained all those examples. And understand this and still move towards what it is that they truly want, which is this Ten of Pentacles. And the Ten of Pentacles, as we all know, is the most abundant card, one of the most abundant cards when it comes to legacy, family, building stability. This is like you can retire now, okay? This is like everything's set for retirement. It is building the home, happy home with the family, grandkids, and this person is definitely wanting their stability, and their stability here is certainly you. They're going to have to deal with the Seven of Swords however they see fit, and I feel like that's why it's very challenging, because I think this is your person dropping their ego, and part of what their ego was doing was repeating or creating the Seven of Swords constantly in this connection, which is trying to control a situation for them to be able to still maintain or do whatever it is that they're that is unhealthy, okay? Because it's not like they can't do whatever they choose to do, but whatever was unhealthy about what they were doing in this connection that was holding them back, that they were thinking they could come and bring into this connection in some capacity. And I feel like in the future, because again, future for me is, you know, in the next 3 months or so, your person's really going to have to deal with what that looks like. You know, how are they going to manage getting what they want or need or feel they want and need once they drop their ego, and being able to still maintain and build on this foundation for this connection, which is this Ten of Pentacles. Okay. So, I mean, we don't see far future because that's not what I really asked for. I just kind of wanted to see if they'll pull out of this state of resistance. And I see green lights all across the board. Your person is stepping into their power. Your person is having to really take a look at themselves. Your person's going to have to drop their ego, face their shadows, do some shadow work, And like I said, I feel like this isn't something that's going to take a very, very long time. But I mean, we're always healing, we're always doing shadow work, we're always cycling. So could very well be the first step. But I do see a person coming forward with this Page of Cups and with the Page of Swords. You'll probably hear from your person like pretty soon. If you haven't heard from them already, in regards to them making some progress in this connection, or at least opening up about feelings, taking a little step. And maybe it's not to your level and capacity, okay, but just remember that message that came from Spirit when I said maybe some of you guys threatened or, you know, put an ultimatum out there, which is valid if you want to tell your person what you intend on doing. However, what I feel like this person needs is patience. And I feel like your person is at the point where they're going to figure things out, what's best for them. And I would not push this person, and just do whatever it is that you're going to do. If you're going to move forward, move forward. But this person already knows. This person's already moving forward. Their pace is going to be whatever they feel comfortable at. So either you can accept this pace, and, you know, potentially when they step into their Emperor power, maybe their pace will change. I do not know. But that's just coming through as a side note here for a lot of you guys. Okay, especially if you want to have something with this person, which I feel like if you're walking away from this type of a connection, I don't know, that's pretty intense. Then bless you and good on you. But I feel like this is definitely the one. And I feel like this is your spiritual person, and I feel like they feel this the exact same way, and it is very scary, okay? So that's what I see here for pile number 1. That was very intense. I'm interested to see what's going to happen in pile number 2 and pile number 3. But thank you so much for joining. Leave a like, leave a comment. Let me know what sort of readings you guys like. Again, this was a recommended reading. So again, thank you so much for recommending this reading to my subscriber. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so. See you again. Bye, guys. Hello, my beautiful pile number 2. If you picked the Healing Light Tarot deck, then this is your reading. Wow, pile number 1 was something else. So let's see what Spirit is going to communicate to you. Now, this is taking a look at the person on your mind, your connection, okay, and why your person is holding back or resisting this connection at some capacity or another. And it could very well be that you are feeling or experiencing one type of vibe from your person and seeing some actions that might not line up. So you want to know the truth as to why are they holding back? Why are they resisting? Why are they not moving forward or at some level, okay? So we'll take a look at present energies and subconscious energies as far as what they may or may not be aware of, and then future energies as far as will they be moving forward or out of that state. And we'll also be first taking a look at your person in general, okay, so that you know whether this is your pile, your person, or not. And if this does not sound like your person, then just, yes, go visit a different pile. But don't feel like you got to stick right to the end to see what all is resonating. There might be messages in multiple piles, but one pile is going to have the thrust of your connection as far as energy sitting. So, yeah. Spirit, can we get clear and concise message for pile number 2 regarding their connection with their person, why their person is holding back or resisting from this connection? And first, we'll take a look at the person in general so that pile number 2 knows this is their pile. Pile number 2, thank you so much for allowing me to tap into your energy. I am feeling this card right there. And we'll pull 2 oracle cards just to see if this is your person. Thank you, Spirit. And one of these. One, Spirit. Can we get one card? One card only. Oh, I am feeling this one. All right. I will flip these, and then I'm going to lay the tarot, and then we'll get into it, okay? But I don't want you just staring at me for 5 minutes. So, the World. The Desert. and the Lamb. Wow, this is some energy. All right, this will be the future, whether they'll get out of that resistance state. I'll do the present. And we'll do the subconscious energies as well. Ooh, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. These are going to be slippery cards, so just bear with me if it looks a little bit messy. But let's get into this so that you know whether this is your pile or not. And then we'll start flipping the tarot and taking a look. Okay, so just give me a minute to tap into this energy because this is kind of different. I feel like your person is their worst enemy, okay? And I feel like your person has a very difficult time, I mean, expressing themselves. Clearly, if they express themselves, you probably wouldn't be watching Pick a Cards, but I mean like a big time. Like, I feel like your person is the type of person that even in regular things, they don't ask for help. They don't really communicate when they're experiencing something. I'm feeling water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, even though this is saying Earth, so could very well have some Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, but I am feeling watery energy from this. Okay, very watery type energy. I feel like your person's, this is all intuitions coming to me right now, not necessarily these cards, but I feel like your person is highly creative. I feel like your person's a gentle, magical soul, like very magical. I don't feel like your person is from Earth, to be honest, and I don't know what all y'all believe, but what I mean by that is that I feel like they're here from some different planet. I just feel like your person is very special, okay? And now we are asking spirit so that you can confirm this is your pile, and of course you're going to think your person is special, but I'm telling you, like, this is not just, oh, you're special. This person is very unique, okay? And this person is very gentle and very sweet, and has a hard time standing up for themselves. And this person is very loving, very creative, but I do feel like this person is their own worst enemy because your person has got to start working on what it is to stand up for themselves and understand their self-worth. And I feel like right now with this world being in the middle, your person is going to through a crazy transformation right now. There's a death happening. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a death cards under here or some sort of rebuild or regrowth. Your person is pretty much in this weird transition state where they're abandoning ways of being and going into a new way, a new cycle, okay? And this could be a way of being that they've been their whole life, okay? Because with the world, this is a long cycle, a long transition, and it's coming to an end. This is the conclusion, the end of, you know, it's like going through school for 18 years and then graduating type of thing. So they could potentially be in a world of doing something in the exact same way, and now there's this whole new way of them having to be, and I feel like this is their spirit is giving them a wake-up call or some sort of mission in order for them to embrace this part, because your person cannot continue down the path that they were because it was not healthy for them. And in order for them to move forward, they're going to have to find their self-worth. Okay, so I don't know if that's giving you an indication of that being your person, because to me that's something very deep. So unless you really know your person, maybe you're not aware of all this. But I feel like I have to say and be completely transparent with what Spirit's telling me. So if this sounds like your person, then this is your pile. Okay, and your person definitely needs your help and your support. And I feel that you feel that as well. Okay, they might not tell you that, but you feel like you constantly want to just help this person. Okay, like you want to be there for them and you want to protect them and you want to give them a lot. Wow. Okay. So, wow, I'm feeling like crying. Wow. That's crazy. Okay. Get it together. Jeez, what's with this one energy that keeps coming in here making me cry? Okay. Let's take a look at present energies to see why your person is resisting. Okay. So this is present in the middle here. Strength. Oh my goodness, you guys. Look at this strength card. Look at this strength card. Take a look. All right, keep going. Major Arcana. Leo. Oh my good. You guys, I'm going to cry. Three of Swords. Okay? We all know Three of Swords. I gotta pick up the pace here because I got in one more pile and I have a feeling this is going to be intense. Nine of Cups. Look at these cards. Amazing. The Fool. Two major arcanas on the end. Anchoring. Okay, you guys. Okay. Your person right now is really having to deal with heart pain. Okay? They have heartache. It is very painful. Your person is really trying to get out of and manage a way to try to navigate their way through this heartache with strength, because strength is about not just moving forward with strength and being strong, but it's also having the control to pull back and manage themselves in such a way that they don't lose control. And I feel like they're really deep in heartache and heartbreak that they need to maintain a rhythm of sorts in order for them to get through this heartache and heartbreak. There is this desire with the Nine of Cups to start a new beginning. And clearly this is about why they're blocking and resisting, or at least they're holding back. And I see that the Fool card wouldn't come out here if they've already were moving forward. This Fool card is exactly what we want to see after the World. So this is what you're experiencing right now, is this world, okay, coming to an end. Weird transition, person needing to understand their self-worth. And they're managing through with their great strength and their courage and their ability to fight this heartbreak. And I mean, when I say heartbreak, okay, I don't know how deep in these readings I'm supposed to be getting, but apparently I'm getting... I really want to communicate this because I just made the assumption everyone kind of understands what I'm talking about. But this could definitely be heart wounds stemming from being abandoned as a child, okay, all the way to having a really shitty ass relationship where somebody's trying to control you and, you know, that you're really attached to, that loves you, and then all of a sudden starts to change on you and starts to question things that you love, like, why are you wearing that? You're stupid, or whatever the case may be. Sorry, I'm just getting really intense here because I feel like your person is in this lamb mode, or at least this lamb mode's coming to an end. And thank God, because I feel like your person has been through enough pain, okay? And they're so strong because they're navigating through this heartache. And this is really deep heart pain, okay? Maybe they've lost both their parents. Maybe they come from a split home. Maybe they've been physically abused from a parent they really loved, that they trusted. Maybe they had a partner that cheated on them and like left them for whatever reason, or was really abusive. Okay, this is like really, really intense. Your person is moving out of this stage, which is this resistance stage, I guess you will, or whatever you want to call it, because you haven't seen any movement, because they needed to wrap this up and deal with this. Okay, and because we are also seeing the lion here, lion, I feel, speaks of ego, and I feel like your person is done some shadow work. Okay, they're still doing shadow work, but this is what's going on right now in order for them to start anew in this connection and get their wishes come true. And their wishes come true, I have a feeling, is you, okay? And I feel like it's this connection and it's emotional happiness. But I haven't seen anything here yet that shows me that they're wanting to move forward with you, aside from them wanting to release this heartache in order for them to get what they want. And what they want is emotional happiness and fulfillment. And if they are with you, then certainly, I mean, they're with you for a reason. They need to get over this in order to have this. And to have this, they need to take a leap of faith, once they're ready, once they feel like they're ready. And I feel like they're almost ready here with the strength is really, they really are stepping into that control of being able to free themselves of heartache to take this fool step, okay? Which is leaping into the unknown, starting anew after the world is the Fool. Okay, so let's take a look at subconscious energies here. And I don't know if I mentioned Leo being pretty prevalent. Also, I was feeling Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, which could definitely be prominent in the birth chart. But your person's very creative, okay? This is like intuitive, creative, artist, into the arts, into music, into dance, into theater, scripting, that sort of thing. Very, very creative. Painter, spiritual, like all that type of stuff. Okay. And your person feels very alone, despite maybe you being there. I think your person feels they have to do it alone. They have to fight alone. They don't have anyone there really to help them. They feel they don't, and their ego is dying. Okay. And as you can see in this card, there's like this little bit of hand left. I feel like their ego is, and we see the world, their ego is coming to a death. Okay. And they had to drop it, or at least work and do shadow work in order to deal with this Three of Swords. Subconsciously, we have the Nine of Wands. Death. Okay, told you we were going to see death somewhere here, right? Because that has to come to an end. There's coming to an end. Oh, the Lovers right in the middle. Oh my goodness. I don't know. This is very intense, these readings. Let's keep flipping before I get cry. Oh my God, you guys, am I gonna cry or are we all gonna cry? Holy fuck! Sorry, I don't like to swear. I don't know what's going on over here, but this is really intense. I'm happy for you guys. Actually, I'm crying tears of joy. And the Hermits. Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to swear. Okay. Nine of Wands is talking about protecting oneself, okay? But not giving up. It's a wounded warrior. I've been heartbroken. I've trusted someone who absolutely tore me down. Someone I love, someone I really trusted. And I've had to work so hard in overcoming this. Subconscious is like, you better protect that shit, right? Like, very much so that they want to be able to still stand for what they want, but there's this guarding because they can't just expose their heart out there to get hurt again. I mean, that's definitely not how it works. However, once they work with their ego and their shadow work completely, they're able to then identify when walls or protection or fencing needs to be erected and when it's harming them. Because to drop their guard would be foolish, right? But also to have a constant wall for no need is also foolish. So I feel like your person is navigating on when to have a wall up and when not to. And because this is why are they resisting? They won't be resisting much longer. There's a death to this wall, the unnecessary wall, the protecting of the heart that was happening because they've been hurt, but it was unnecessarily up still because I don't know what anything here is indicating that you've done anything, and you could have. Maybe it was you. Maybe you have a history with this person and you've hurt them in the past, and maybe your intentions are good now, so you don't want to hurt them. So they have this wall here, but they have to drop their wall in order to celebrate what the new beginning looks like with you, the new stage with you. If you've been with them in the past and you've hurt them dearly, they have to go through this, okay? Dropping of the wall. Wounded warrior. Even though they're wounded, they're still wanting to move forward, press forward, stand their ground, but they're dealing with this in order to choose you and this connection. This is like the Lovers is validating for me that this is either a twin flame, soulmate, the one, true love. When the Lovers card comes up, there is choosing the lover, the one, your person, or whatever it is that you could choose, be it, you know, staying in the heartache, choosing something else that might not be the best decision, but it's having an option to choose the one for you and moving forward. And I feel like your person is definitely wanting to move ahead to get their emotional fulfillment with the 9 and the 10 of cups. You're seeing the 9, or you will be seeing the 9 right away, which is them getting their wishes fulfilled and extending that extra cup in order to get the 10 of cups with you. And the 10 of cups is ultimate fulfillment. It's emotional bliss. It's having the happy family, enjoying happy memories, celebrating love, just pure joy. Like, this is pure emotional joy. Okay. And I feel like with this Hermit, your person is definitely, what we saw with that creative side, the type to really internalize and be one with what it is that they feel is right for their soul and their spirit. So there is a lot of introspection that's going on right now in their subconscious. Okay, with the Hermit, this is praying, this is meditating, these are dreams, this is asking spirit, this is looking within. And they're really doing this heavy internal work in looking at what this 10 of cups means to them, and choosing this connection means to them, what this means to them, because they really want to make sure that this is where they want to go, where they want to take this leap of faith. And they have to be sold on this. Okay, putting an end to these walls. Okay, and Hermit is Virgo energy. All right. And Lovers is Gemini energy, and Death is Scorpio, in case you guys are here for looking at that. Okay. So now we're going to take a look at future, whether they're able to and whether they will drop these guards and move forward in this connection in some capacity. Ooh, Tower moment. So yes, your person is definitely experiencing this Tower moment, and they will continue to experience this Tower moment. Okay. Now I feel like the Tower moment coming in this future state, but it's still in past position, is showing that your person is having to deal with a Tower moment that potentially you've caused in their life just by, shaking things up, or the fact that they need to start to rebuild upon, once they drop their guard, they have to rebuild upon and build a foundation of what the true structure looks like in order to move forward and choose this connection with the 10 of cups. They have to rebuild. Okay. And this is going to be evident once they completely, drown in this desert, so to speak, or lose the ego. There's going to be nothing really there. I mean, the Fool is 0. There's it's a new beginning. There's nothing planted. There's no foundation. It's kind of starting anew. And I feel like your person wants to start anew. Okay. I don't feel like they want to come in with baggage. I don't feel like they want to come in with he said, she said. I feel like your person wants to take this leap, but they're really in their head about it with the subconscious of what that looks like in order for them to get their wish fulfillment, and having to deal with this Tower moment. And here we have the King of Cups. There is no doubt, and if you had doubt that your person loves you, there's no doubt your person's absolutely in love with you. And it's interesting this King of Cups came out because I was feeling right from the beginning when I saw this Lamb, which is Earth, I was feeling this. This is what I was feeling. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, heavy. Okay, so your person is either Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Sun, or Moon, or Ascendant. And I'd like to know in the comments if that's true, because that was very heavy. Deep, deep love, and coming as a king. This king is stable. This king is confident. This king can express his emotions when he feels safe to do so, and also can take emotions on without being immature about it, without fighting, without hiding. And this is a big change, okay? Because your person wasn't able to do this in the past. And coming as this King of Cups, this is definitely big change, okay? But this is kind of the first step after the Tower, is being able to face emotions, feel emotions, okay? They might not be ready to express completely 100%. In fact, I don't see any communication cards, but the fact that your person can open themselves up to feeling in a place that was so raw and maybe scarred up or tender or burnt, because I'm feeling like heavy, heavy owies here, okay? And the fact that they can even open themselves up, and not even open themselves up as a page or a knight, open themselves up as a King of Cups. This is crazy work. Your person's going, means business, going to work on their shadow work, dealing with their ego. This is potentially why they're resisting right now, okay? Still in Hermit, still needing to for sure jump and make this decision in their subconscious, dealing with the results of this, and they're in a transition right now of ending this cycle And here we have the Seven of Swords, or Seven of Wands. And the Seven of Wands is talking about fighting, okay? Could be defending oneself, being defensive, but I feel like your person is coming in to fight, coming in like this lion here with the strength, coming in to defend their position in what it is that they want and defend their feelings, okay? Because they have never been able to feel as deeply since putting up this wall around the heart and being guarded. They haven't allowed themselves to feel until the crumbling of the tower. So now they're like, hell, I'm going to fight off whatever it takes. All of these wands are coming at me. I don't give a F, right? Like fighting, all of this coming at them so that they could defend how they're feeling and feel their feelings, build their feelings, and be able to be truthful when it comes to how they're feeling. Now, I don't see them communicating this yet, okay? And this was future, but my future is like 3 months. I'm not saying future potential of this connection of all time. And energy is so fluid anyway that to see future potential like that, I mean, you could, but nobody really gives two craps about what's happening in the 5D realm because I'm 6'2" in 5D. Just kidding. You get my point. 5D, whatever. What's happening here in the 3D world is that your person is going to, in the next 3 months, have to build upon where there once was pain, acknowledging emotions and feelings, and they are going to embrace it as this King of Cups, and they're going to fight for this connection, and they're going to defend it, even though it may still hurt, right? But I feel as though they come empowered. They don't come from a place of this lamb anymore. This lamb is being put to bed. This lamb's drowning in the desert. This lamb is over. And they're coming in as a lion to battle, to heal their hearts, to do the shadow work, to drop their wall, and deal with this falling of the tower, okay? They're still hermit, and this is why you feel this resistance. And if this reading did not sound like your reading, then go check out another pile if you're still here. But this is what I have for pile number 2. Very strong, unwavering, and yes, your person loves you, and please support your person as they go through this transition because they are absolutely blessed, and they're going from lamb to lion, which I find is also very spiritual, also very religious and biblical. And your person may be religious, your person may be highly spiritual, maybe you are. I feel there's this true blessing here, and your person's highly protected. And I just wanted to, tell you guys that you have a very beautiful person here, and I'm sure you're equally as beautiful if your person is in love with you. All right. Thank you so much. God bless, and I will see you soon. Bye. Hello, my beautiful pile number 3. If you picked Veronica Pinter's Tarot deck, this deck right here, then this reading is for you. And I absolutely love the 3 decks that I chose for this pick-up pile. They're all 3 of my very, very favorites. So I'm so excited to do your reading today. The other 2 are absolutely amazing, I must say. So I would love to communicate to you guys what I'm seeing here as far as your message. And we're taking a look at your person in this connection as far as why they are holding back. Why are they resisting this connection? What's holding them back? Will they be moving forward? And kind of taking a look at what's going on with them. Now, we'll see their present state. So maybe what they're showing you as far as, you know, in action in the 3D world, what's going on. And then we'll look at their subconscious, okay, why they're holding back and resisting. And then we'll look at future states, which is in the next 3 months or so, as far as whether they'll be able to move forward past this resistance or stop blocking this connection. And before we do all that, we're going to just pull a few cards here to take a look at your person so that you can understand whether this is your person or not, before we get into all the reading and then you're feeling like you're not resonating, okay? So we'll ask Spirit, clear and concise, for pile 3 so that they know whether this is their person. Can we get a little bit about this person? Why are they resisting? Why are they blocking? What's going on with pile number 3's person? And pile number 3, thank you so much for allowing me to tap into your energy. I'm so blessed and so grateful. Thank you so much. All right. So let's pull one of these. Take a look at pile number 3's person. Look at the energy. How will they know this is their person? Clear and concise. And all right, and now we'll pull 2 oracle cards with that as well before we pull the other tarot. And one of these. All right, we have Fire Ant. Interesting. We have Queen of Cups. Wow. And we have the Storm. Yoicks. Okay, so you can stare at those while I pull the tarot, because we're going to do present, subconscious, and future energies. Yeah, so we'll just say future. Whether your person will come out of this resistant state. And present. 4 cards, Spirit, for present. 1, 2, 3, and we'll pull bottom card 4. Okay, and then subconscious. We've got 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so you're the first pile that got a court card for the tarot as far as descriptors for their person, which I feel pretty damn cool, okay? So might be a divine feminine you're asking about, because, I mean, this is the queen. Doesn't have to be, but how amazing is this person? This person is, because, again, we're asking about your person so that you know whether this is your pile or not, but this could very well be a message to you if you're resonating with this, with anything that I'm saying here, okay? This is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. This is an intuitive, creative woman with feminine softness. She is giving, she's loving, she is emotional, she's caring, and she's a very good listener, and she has a very soft touch. She has very soft hands. And she is, yeah, highly intuitive and just absolutely beautiful, okay? Now, this woman, what I'm feeling is experiencing a soul death right now almost, okay? Like the dark night of the soul. Like this person is going through this very uncomfortable period right now. And I feel like everything is really upside down as far as this person, this person's life goes. And this could very well be you if you've tapped on here, because I'm feeling like either you're just coming out of a state or you feel like you're totally observing things going on around you and held back in some sort of capacity. And I feel like what's happening is you're almost like frozen and things are happening around you. And I'm saying you because I'm feeling like this is like your energy kind of coming in here. But if this isn't you, then this divine feminine woman, this is very feminine energy, is coming in like an observer of sorts that feels like she is out of control. And things are really upside down right now in her world. And she feels like she doesn't have really any control. And things are just happening to her. People are just doing things around her. And she's more in this observer type role. But I feel like she feels like things are upside down. And she feels like she's caught kind of in a really tough period right now. Okay, so I know it's supposed to be about your person, so it could very well be the person you're with is kind of in this state of, because I am feeling like this person's fairly frozen, resisting in a way, but it's more of not moving. I don't really feel it's resisting. I feel like this person's observing. Okay. And they're observing because they don't feel it's safe, and they feel like there's turbulent or tumultuous environments around them. They feel like people are just doing whatever they're doing anyway. So they're just observing. And I feel like they feel like things are upside down right now. Okay. And that they can't really control how things are anyway. So they're just kind of waiting and pausing and not doing anything. Okay, so this is what I'm getting for this energy. If you don't resonate, go check out another pile, but could very well be your energy right now, okay? So if that is, then maybe there's a message here from Spirit. I never know what the cards are going to show me until I flip it, but yeah. I feel like this person's witnessing something happening that's really out of their control, and they feel like they can't do anything, or at least there's no point in doing anything anyway. That's kind of what I'm feeling. It's like, what's the point of me doing anything anyway? Because whatever's going to happen is kind of going to happen. Okay. So present energy. 5 of Cups. Owie. 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, it would make sense. 3 of Swords. Oof. And 8 of Cups. Okay. This, I have a feeling this is a lot of my viewers here, but maybe there's Divine Masculine inquiring about his Divine Feminine who potentially walked away, or you walked away from, and your person is now resisting you. And this is what's happening. Your person, okay, because this is supposed to be about your person, but could very well, like I said, be you, the viewer, experience a lot of heartbreak in this connection. They had no choice but to walk away and leave, or at least choose themselves outside of this connection, choose their independence, choose to stand on their own, choose to be free of this connection because things are happening out of their control that they can't control anyway. Heavy sadness to get the 3 of Swords and the 5 of Cups. This is like so painful, so hurtful, very sad, regret, remorse. I feel like your person went through this. Your person's gone through this. Sorry, I'm just going to get some water. And made the decision to walk away because they couldn't experience heartbreak anymore, okay? They're very heartbroken. And when they walked away, or when they had to turn their back in some capacity, they had to do so because, look at this. There's like a head on a platter, okay? This person had to walk away from the pain that was caused in this connection and choose themselves with this 9 of Pentacles. This is like being independently successful on your own, okay? Building your own stability, your own future. Single, independent, free, successful. Sadness. These are the 2 very challenging cards in the tarot. Okay, very, very challenging. This is like hurt. And I feel like they're hurt because of this connection. Okay? So they got hurt. Potentially you walked away from them and hurt them. Potentially you chose yourself over this connection and it made them sad, and now they're having to turn their back and free themselves. And I feel like with this cage and the door being open, like they have to free themselves out of this cage in order to be free from heartache, release themselves from pain. They're looking at this situation like there's nothing I can do. People are going to do what they're going to do anyway. I can't control the situation. It's very turbulent and upside down, so I might as well just kind of observe. But at the same time, your person has opened the door and has chosen themselves instead of sitting and wallowing in heartache and pain. Okay, so that's present energy. Let's take a look at what's going on in the subconscious energies. The Hierophant. The King of Cups. You guys, all these piles are killing me. My goodness. King of Cups with the Queen of Cups. This is like divine counterparts here, okay? And this is like in my yesterday's reading. It's like beautiful, like complementary king and queen. This is like the ultimate pairing. You guys have such high compatibility. This is like your twin flame, your soulmate, your person, your other half. 2 halves, okay? Subconscious, you, potentially the viewer, coming here as the King of Cups, are in your freaking person's subconscious. Like, this is craziness, okay? Now, if you're coming here as the Queen of Cups, or sorry, if you're coming here as the King of Cups, yeah, you're in your Queen's subconscious. And if you're coming here as the Queen of Cups, you have your person who's caused all this pain in your subconscious, okay? Hierophant, marriage, higher learnings, having a greater knowing, okay? Commitment, taking something to the next level. King of Cups, two very creative, spiritual beings. Very magical, very beautiful, very loving. 10 of Pentacles, oh my goodness, okay? Stability, building a future. Something that'll stand the test of time. Retirement, home, stable structure that'll last past your lifetime. Okay? Building a future, a successful future. King of Wands. Ooh, okay. So things will get a little juicy here. And the Queen of Swords. Wow. Okay. So I believe the Queen of Swords is this Queen of Cups. Okay? This Queen of Cups, in her subconscious, she knows she needs to lay boundaries, and she knows she has to change her ways. She has to. And she had to. Okay? If she hasn't already, she's walking away, and she's choosing herself because she can't take that heartbreak. She's walking away. She's choosing herself. She's freed herself. She will free herself with the 8 of Cups and walk away from what she was emotionally invested in order to find emotional happiness, something that's not going to cause pain. In order to do that, she has to turn from this queen into this crazy looking ass queen. Okay? And the crazy ass looking queen gets shit done. Sticks to truth, sets boundaries, puts up with no bullshit, and puts down the law. Okay? She's the Queen of Swords. She's going to fight for what she needs, not necessarily what her heart is feeling and crying and all that stuff. It's not, what do I need to do in order for me to not feel these emotions that are making me pained, that are bringing me down, that are making me feel like shit? Like, she don't want to put up with any bullshit, okay? Where the fuck did this... I don't know why I'm swearing. Where did this King of Wands come from? Now, there's two things going on here. Either your queen is in another connection with a fire sign, which is Aries, Leo, Sag, and she knows that you're the one. And maybe you're here as this King of Swords, or sorry, King of Wands. Your queen is in love with her King of Cups because he is her counterpart. This is her divine masculine. And you might be wondering, why is she resisting? Because she has her divine masculine in her heart. That's what's happening. If you know that this person is not with someone else and she was really committing to you in some capacity, she's either seeing you as this King of Wands, who is someone who is a little bit selfish, a lot of bit selfish, trying to go after what it is that he wants at the exclusion of what she wants. And what she wants is her King of Cups, who's going to give her an equal give and take and counteract and balance her in a much better way than this King of Wands. She's water, you're fire. That's not the best combination. And the Queen of Swords has to put an end to any sort of King of Wands, because what she really needs is her King of Cups, who's going to bring her stability, who she wants to commit to, who she wants to build a life with. And if you can't be that, then she's going to have to go be with that. And if she hasn't met him yet, she will. And if that's you, then you need to stop being in this King of Wands energy, which is, King of Wands is great if you're going to start a business and you want your car wash, go right ahead and make multi-million dollars, which is fine if you know how to balance the two. But if you're in that mindset and you're trying to win over love, you can't be selfish, and you have to open up your heart space, and you have to accept feelings of love, and you can't be opportunist. You can't claim your opportunities on other people and shit all over them and still get what it is that you think you deserve or want. Opportunistic. That's what I was going to say. All right. That's what I'm feeling from this King of Wands. And I don't want to crap all over King of Wands, because at least he's still the king, but that King of Wands is not gonna cut it for this Queen of Cups. She wants someone who's loving, who's open to feelings, who's creative, who is her counterpart, who's intuitive, who she could build with, who's loving. And she's going to be Queen of Swords around anyone who's just going to be opportunistic, who's going to be just kind of going in, getting what they want, who's going to cause her heart pain, and all this sort of games, okay? So now, when I say King of Wands and King of Cups, you don't have to necessarily be a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or you don't have to necessarily be Aries, Leo, Sag, but you can't be acting as someone who is when she's calling for water, be fire, you know, or when she's calling for fire, be water. Like it's not working. And this is why she has to put her boundary. And then in her subconscious, she knows she has to lay boundaries in order for her to get to what it is that she really wants. And this is what she really wants. So it might be you. I don't know. Might not be you. Might be she has someone else in her heart. Might be you're the someone else in her heart that she wants to see in some sort of way. Now, what I'm struggling with is that in order for her to be with you, I would think she'd have to accept you for who you are. So maybe she knows you're not really you. Maybe she knows you're acting like this King of Wands, but you're really this King of Cups. And so she's waiting and she's observing and she's looking. And now that I think about it, look at this ant color here and look at that. And she's like, nothing I can do about it. Even though she's still looking, she probably knows. You're acting like this King of Wands, but what she's really feeling in her subconscious is this King of Cups. So you might not be acting in your highest good. You might be acting out of sorts. You might be acting like these crazy ants, just all in action, but not in emotion, and causing storms in her world and things she can't control. So what is she going to do? She can't control you. She's going to walk away from you. She's going to find her happiness. She's going to find her King of Cups. She's not going to wait around for you to figure things out if you're taking forever, right? Now, I hope she doesn't have another king, because that would be very hurtful. And if I just communicated this to you, then you're already really pretty sad. But you got Queen of Sworded, and she's Queen of Swording you in her subconscious because she needs to get rid of this in order for her to find that. And that's clear to her, and it's pretty clear to me why she did this, okay? Let's take a look at future energies to see if she will open up or not resist anymore or hold back. Page of Swords. Knight of Pentacles. Ten of Wands. Okay, so interesting. And when I say future, this is usually 3 months out. So it could be 3. I mean, energy, you know, slides around. So it could be you're already in this energy, leaving this energy, coming into this energy, or in 3 months' time. There's this heaviness. There's this heaviness with what she experienced with heartache and the sadness. And despite this, she's still pressing forward towards what it is that she wants in her subconscious and what she needs to free herself. Okay, so maybe there is no second person here, because seeing this 9 of Pentacles means her being successful and stable on her own in order for her to find her counterpart. Okay, so maybe there isn't another male here per se yet, but that's what she's doing. She is moving forward slowly but surely, and I think it's slow but sure because she still has heartache. She's still sad about this connection with her King of Wands with Aries, Leo, Sag. She's still really sad. She probably just recently freed herself. She has this heaviness. I don't want to move forward. She's still looking back. I don't want to move forward. I was observing. I was looking back. I was hoping. I was wishing. I was praying. I'm looking back, but I'm moving forward, and I have to with heavy heart and be my 9 of Pentacles, because I need to be successful with myself in order for me to find commitment, marriage, my counterpart, and build my future house, my future legacy with my family, my home, my kids, my grandkids, my retirement. And I gotta cut out this King of Wands because he is driven, but what he's driven towards is not making my heart happy, and we don't align up. What he's wanting, his car wash. In fact, car wash, look, it's Walter White. Oh, I'm silly today. So Walter White's opening up a car wash, and maybe he's wrapped up in other things that she needs to cut out of her life. Okay, and if you're not Walter White from Breaking Bad, for those of you guys who aren't catching the reference, then you're doing something that is not lined up with her, okay? And if that's your true self, then that's cool. Then let her go find someone who's more lined up with her, right? But I have a feeling that you're potentially this crazy ant doing little circles, not knowing what you want. But anyway, back to future actions. despite the heaviness, despite the looking back and moving forward to find her partner, or this, this King of Cups, she's going to be honest. This Page of Cups is honest. This Page of Cups has no problems communicating. And this Page of Cups would communicate with you if you were to ask them. So I feel like if she hasn't communicated to you all this, she will. And I feel for sure with this Queen of Swords coming up in the subconscious, there's a need for communication. So maybe she pulled away and didn't communicate to you yet. Why? Maybe it was very painful and heavy. And in order to have this conversation, it is hurtful. But what she's going to say is, hey, Mr. King of Wands, you're not compatible with me. I need true happiness. I'm going to move forward like this Knight of Pentacles, no matter how long it takes or how heavy it is, because that's what I want. Okay? So, will she resist? She's not going to resist her King of Cups. Will she be blocked and resist the King of Wands? Yes. In fact, not only will she resist, she's going to cut him out because of all the heartache and sadness and move forward. Okay? So, that's what I see here for pile number 3. I hope that helped. And leave a like, leave a comment, and I love you guys so much. Blessed be. Talk to you soon. Bye.